Hi, Ken. Thanks for having me.
You bet. What's going on?
I have a question for you. I, about a month ago, I noticed that there was a opening for an intervention specialist at the high school where my kids have attended for the past several years. And I applied, and I've been in communication with them, but I had not had anything moving forward to an interview. Just a couple of days ago, my principal at the current school where I work, offered me a possible promotion within my department as a special education director with a significant raise and full benefits. And then this morning, I received an offer for an interview at my kids' high school for the position there. And I'm wondering what the best way is to move forward.
Well, my default answer is always going to be if you can, meaning if you've got the time to do the second interview with the high school before you have to get back to the current school, then I would kick the tires on both. I'm just a guy that believes in listening to all your options if you can. However,
I did ask.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I did ask my current principal when he made me the offer on Monday if I could have some time to consider it. And he said yes. So he did not give me a hard deadline. And I did go forward and schedule the interview with the second school.
Yay. Good job. Now, here's where I was going. I accidentally, cut you off. But here's what I was going to ask. While I'm a fan of kicking the tires and looking at all options, there are times where one opportunity presents itself, and it is so clear to our heart. It is just like, the music descends from heaven on high and the birds and the flower petals. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like that. This is so the right move. Is that the case here?
Not crystal clear.
Okay, then I stick with my advice. The only way I would change what I said to you is if the other thing was just like, this is what you've been wanting. It's the dream.
Mm-hmm.
When I started with Ramsey Solutions, Dave asked me to come up. I drove from Atlanta. I was hosting the first version of the Ken Coleman Show on my own. It was my show on WDUN in Gainesville, Georgia. And when I came up here, I thought I was coming up because they had hired me to just host the very first SMART conference for Ramsey Solutions, and it was a contract deal. And at the end of a full day of meetings about that event, Dave and a couple of board members walked in and told me they were considering a position for me that they had kind of created. And when they told me about it, I couldn't get to the car fast enough to call Stacy and tell her we're going to have to sell our house. And I remember somebody in Atlanta going, "Did you pray about it?" I went, "No, I didn't pray about it." And they kind of looked shocked because I pray about everything. And so they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I go, "I don't need to pray about it." Because God kicked that door open. I mean, it just couldn't have been more obvious. It was the scene I described. And I remember calling Joe. And Joe was sad because I was going to be leaving. But he was like, dude, you have to do it. And when can I come up with you? Am I right, Joe? It's about how it went.
Yes.
So I think there are times where it's super obvious where you just walk through the door. It doesn't sound like that's the case. So I love this. The principal's giving you extra time. You've already scheduled the interview. And the only last thing I would say to you is when you do the second interview, this is all about the heart test. Do not let your head decide. Let your heart decide between the two.
Okay. That's a good recommendation because I really like the opportunity of being put into a leadership position at my current school. Mm-hmm. And I think it would be great for me for personal development and career development. And so that's pulling me in that direction. But I love the opportunity at the other school because I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with the people there. I know what their program is like. And it's a great community that I know I'd be happy to be a part of.
Okay, but I can tell you, let me give you a couple hints that I'm hearing in your voice. I'm so glad you broke that down. I think your heart's pulling you towards the position of leadership. And I think your head's going, yeah, but you know everybody at the other school. You like everybody at the other school. It's the safe choice. That's what I'm hearing right now. Is that true? Tell me if I'm a little bit right.
I agree with you on some part of that.
Uh-oh. There I am being pesky. I think you got to listen to that. Okay. And that's what I mean by listen to your heart, not your head. Your head will always try to steer you to the logical, safe play. And sometimes that's good. But it's not good when we've got a screaming, yelling heart choice that the only reason you're not jumping at this one right now is because you're a little bit doubtful or maybe a little insecure, maybe a little unsure that you can actually do the gig. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. Now I'm going to be really ornery. All right, Kristen, this is the $1 million question. If you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you would, in fact, crush it in this leadership role, would you even be calling me?
Not as likely.
Yeah. Okay. I've done my job. I still want you to play it out, but I want you to listen to your heart, Kristen. I really do. It's not about safety. What I teach on this show is not about the safe choice or the smart choice. What I talk about is the significant choice. Because guess what? The significant choice is smart and it is safe. See, smart, Joe, and safe follow the choice for significance. I hope everybody gets that. Let me do a quick review here for Kristen. She's been listening to the show long enough. I didn't have to walk through the sweet spot exercise with her. So I teach the sweet spot. Talent. Do you have the talent to do the job? Yes, check. Do you love the work? 90% of the day is going to be work. 85, 90% of the day is going to be work that you love this work. You get excited about it. Time flies when you're in it. And then finally, it's missional. Your work that you love is actually producing a result or accomplishing something that you have deep, deep, deep value in. That's significance. I am making my significant contribution. And when I take that job, despite the fact that I have some doubt and fear, which by the way, that comes with any new thing, any change, I can just tell you, there is no progress without uncertainty. And when there is uncertainty, guess what pops its head up? Fear and doubt. And that's just the price of admission. That's the ticket. But again, that's why I teach this sweet spot, your contribution zone. Because when we're fearful and we're doubtful, we go back, we retreat back to clarity. Stage 1 of my 7 stages. Get clear. Do I have the talent? Yep. Do I love the work? Yep. Do I care deeply about the results? Yep. Okay. Burn the ships. Burn the ships. So understand, that's what I mean by when we go after a significant role and we step into a significant role, it will turn out to be safe because you got the chops to do it. You love it. It's going to be very smart. People are going to look at you and go, you were created to do this. You were born for this. All right, there we go. Just a quick review to help you folks, you new folks, understand what I teach is a process for clarity and confidence and courage. The 3 reasons why most people never pursue what they were created to do. It's that lack of clarity, lack of confidence, lack of courage. And again, clarity produces confidence. Confidence produces courage. Every time.